And we're live. Hey guys, it's Tim from Pro Wrestling Unlimited, and we're here again with another Smackdown Live review here on February 20th. Got Nick with us. What's going on, Nick?
Another Tuesday, another fucking shitty episode of Smackdown
Yeah,
Live.
Smackdown was not that good, like, at all.
Let's put it this way. The fact that I was at work for 90% of it and was more excited to come home to watch 205 Live, well, that's saying something.
That was a good show, a really good show, actually.
Oh, yeah. Crowd was actually into it a little bit more.
No, yeah, see, you have to emphasize that a little bit more, because you can say they were into it, but more than normal. They weren't into it like, you know, a normal Smackdown match.
They were into it more than the usual 205 Live crowd is.
Exactly. Ooh, hit my mic there for a second. Okay, so SmackDown Live. We've got maybe looks like
No notification was
that's
sent
what I was
out.
about to say. There's 3 people in the chat, probably no notification. Anyways, let's just roll on with SmackDown. So SmackDown Live starts, and it was weird. There was like no intro really this week. Renee Young's like the show just comes on, and Renee Young's standing in the ring with AJ Styles. I'm like, that's kind of weird. And so she begins asking. Young begins asking him questions, but the crowd was loudly chanting for AJ. So they stopped for a minute just to let the crowd finish. She then asked AJ if he still felt in control of his destiny at Fastlane, where the crowd started chanting "Too Sweet." He said, "You know, if I had my way, what I would want to do is I would want to go over to that announce table and put Kevin Owens through it. But here's my problem. As I'm dealing with Kevin Owens over there, putting him through the announce table, you come back here, you look in the ring, and you have someone like a Dolph Ziggler pinning Sami Zayn. I just lost my title. So I have to have," he's basically said he's got to have all his eyes and ears open at all times so he knows what's going on in each spot of the match. I mean, he's not wrong.
Yeah, it's true.
Multi-man match, you don't have to be pinned to lose your title, unfortunately. So Styles says he was confident, though, and claimed that he would be going on to WrestleMania. He called Sami Zayn a ginger face.
Ha 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 ha! You really made fun of him there. Ha ha ho ho!
Styles
God, it's just I'm tired of just hokey bullshit on
like-
SmackDown. Come on, you had so much fucking respect. Starting, you had The Miz and Dolph. You had Dean over there. You had Bray as a champion 1 year ago. You had so much fucking respect. And a whole fucking calendar year later, you've thrown that in the dumpster for why? For why? I don't understand. It's boring and monotonous and annoying. And it's just, I'm tired of it. I'm fucking tired. SmackDown is supposed to be the underdog. It's supposed to be the show that everybody enjoys. You have AJ fucking Styles, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Bobby Roode, Shinsuke Nakamura. You have all of these names. Why can't you be better? What's going on? Did the writing team change? Did everything fucking change? Someone explain this to me. I don't understand what's happening with SmackDown anymore.
Hey, it's not just SmackDown where we get the stupid one-liners. On Raw, we get Sparkle Crotch and Biscuit Butt.
I get that, but you know what's fine with that? What's fine with that is they fucking make up for it with shit like last night with that amazing gauntlet match. What did we get tonight? What did we get tonight that would even be on par with that gauntlet match?
Owens and Ziggler.
Was it even that good?
I'm trying to say what would have been it was the best match of the night, and it still was an average match.
Oh, God.
Anyway, so AJ Styles starts running down everybody else before Baron Corbin comes out and basically, says that he took the U.S. title from AJ Styles, and he's going to take the WWE Championship from AJ Styles. Corbin said that he has Styles' number, and he'll pin whoever he has to win the championship. Owens then comes out. Owens said that Styles was the one who would end up through a table, and Corbin called him a punk.
Oh boy, a punk.
Owens said Corbin had been handed this opportunity by Shane McMahon, and that he doesn't belong anywhere near the championship. Styles told a joke that completely died. The crowd didn't. They just went quiet. I don't even remember what it was he said, though. And he asked if Owens was going to have his boy come out. Sami Zayn. Owens ranted some more, saying that he can do it on his own, and Zayn having all night to prepare for Dolph Ziggler last week, and he still failed. Shane then came out, and Shane said, well, if you think he failed last week, then why don't you try to do it and take on Dolph Ziggler tonight? He also made Baron Corbin versus AJ Styles, and Owens and Ziggler was the opening match of the night. So we had Kevin Owens versus Dolph Ziggler, about a 12-ish minute match. Ziggler used 3 drop kicks in the first 2 minutes of the match. Much of the early portion of the match was just, a bunch of stuff on the outside, guys running around the ring, throwing each other. At one point, I think Dolph went into the steps. No, it was the announce table and the barricade. Owens got the better of the exchange, but Ziggler nailed a vertical suplex in the ring. Ziggler then missed a stinger splash, and Owens followed with a cannonball.
See, okay, they're either called corner splashes or stinger splash.
It's the same thing.
What do you call them?
Splash in the corner?
I like to call him Stinger. Just because Sting is fun. He's a fun guy.
Yeah. Go to commercial, come back, and Ziggler spiked Owens with a jumping DDT. Owens went shoulder first into the post, and Ziggler followed with a neck breaker for 2. Owens then came back with a gut buster and an elbow drop for 2. Owens went for a senton off the top rope, but Ziggler got his knees up and hit the Faymaster for a near fall. End of the match.
Excuse me? What the fuck did you just call that?
A Faymaster?
It's the Famouser, please.
Famouser? My bad.
Famouser. Thank you.
Actually, in one of the older games, it was actually Fame Space Asser.
No, that was when Billy Gunn used it, right?
Well, yeah, that's what I always associated with Billy Gunn.
He's an ass man.
Who's Dolph Ziggler? Who's Dolph Ziggler?
Exactly.
The man that uses everybody else's moves.
That's true.
He thinks he's Shawn Michaels doing the super kick, trying to quote unquote be the show stealer like Shawn Michaels. Anyways, end of the match sees Kevin Owens go for the pop-up powerbomb, but Dolph Ziggler gets out of that, jumps over Kevin Owens, lands on his feet, hits the zigzag. I thought the spot could have been better where instead of he landing on his feet and then doing the zigzag, he just grabs the zigzag as he's coming down off of, reversing that powerbomb. Anyway, that would have been cool.
Sick.
But anyways, Owens kicked out after the zigzag. Ziggler used another splash in the corner, or stinger splash, whatever you want to call it, and was abruptly stopped when Sami Zayn's music hit, distracting Dolph Ziggler. Sami Zayn ran down the ramp as fast as he could, but didn't get in the ring. He was then super kicked in the back of the head. I don't know if it was the back of the head or the upper back area. Either way, he was super kicked.
That exact same thing happened to Jack Gallagher on 205 Live.
The super kick to the back?
Yeah.
Right. Oh, are you going to go back to what you said last night?
What?
Moves that are finishers or that... Because he
that's
did
different
the
because that's just a kick to the back of the head.
No, Owens did this super kick, and he pinned Ziggler.
Oh, he beat him with a super kick, huh?
Yes.
Interesting.
Now, I was thinking when you made that comment last night, I was thinking when I was watching Smackdown, which it actually occurred to me during the Bobby Roode stuff, when you were like... moves that guys use as finishers, and then other guys just use as moves. The DDT.
That's true. Alexa Bliss uses it as a finisher, huh? So does Rude.
Mickey, that's to say, Rude's got a DDT. Mickey's got a DDT. Alexa's
but who
got
uses
a DDT.
the super kick as a finishing move nowadays in WWE?
Dolph.
I guess.
Dolph's the only one that I can think of recently that uses it as an actual finish, like his.
That's true. Yeah,
and that
not like a false finish move.
I mean,
not a signature, not what sets up the finisher.
Right. I mean, the Usos sometimes, but at the same time, they sometimes use it to set up the splash.
Exactly, like Rollins uses it to set up the stomp.
Right. So, like I said, Sammy never got involved. Ziggler was pinned, and there you go. Corey Graves noted the loss was Ziggler's own fault for not paying attention. And then we got a a video sponsored by, I think it was Popeye. No, KFC.
Love that chicken.
And it was just a Charlotte Flair video package just recapping her career.
Oh, wow. That sounds Like, utterly
And
terrible.
before the commercial, they showed Jinder Mahal backstage, and they said that he's got some big secret that he's going to reveal on Bobby Roode, the U.S. champion. So he comes out, and he throws up the top 10 on the screen. And he's like, well, I got to show you Bobby Roode's top 10. And I'm like, okay, what's the difference? The only difference is Bobby Roode was number 1. He's like, this is what Bobby Roode thinks the top 10 should be. Well, no shit. Everyone thinks they should be number 1. If you don't, then
if someone didn't put that they think they should be number 1, they're fucking smoking crack.
Unless you're like Ty Dillinger and you're like, damn, I barely made the list. I didn't even expect it. So he was like, talking about how Rude thinks he's number 1, and Randy was there, number 9, and Mahal wasn't even listed, and then Bobby Roode interrupted. Bobby Roode said he didn't know what that was, and it certainly wasn't his list. Roode did have a secret about Mahal, though, that he couldn't even make the top 10. Mahal wanted Roode to admit that he thought he was better than Orton, and that he was afraid of him. Roode was biting. Roode wasn't about to say it, and Mahal said that, yeah, because you're scared of Randy Orton. Like, really? We're going to play that game? You're scared of him. So dumb. Anyways.
Yeah, like I said, the writing on SmackDown has been hokey, predictable, overly scripted. It's just, I don't know. I'm just getting really, really tired.
Yeah.
It's a struggle to sit down and think, all right, it's Monday. All right, sweet. Monday Night Raw's tonight. I get to watch all this. All right, sounds good. And then Tuesday comes around, and I'm at work, and I'm doing the markdowns for what's going on sale. And my manager goes, hey, what are you doing tonight? And I was like, I gotta watch SmackDown. And then I get to watch 205 Live after. It's like, I shouldn't fucking sigh. I shouldn't be upset when I have to watch wrestling. I'm sorry. And I'm gonna mention this right now. Trading News says, where is Shinsuke Nakamura? It's fucking great that he wasn't here tonight. Because
it was like AJ not being on the show last week.
He doesn't need to be on right now. He doesn't need to be involved in this bullshit. Keep him out.
Right. All right. I mean, to your point about, SmackDown not being that good, and you're like, man, I have to watch that, but you got to watch 205 Live. Hell, the stuff they did with Nia Jax and Titus Worldwide on the Mixed Match Challenge was better than SmackDown.
Oh, absolutely.
So, Mahal kept saying that Bobby Roode's afraid of Orton and he won't put his title on the line against him. Roode cut him off and told him to stop talking about Randy Orton. Roode got in his face, and then Orton's music played. Orton came down to the ring and got face-to-face with Roode and then punched Mahal in the face. Roode knocked Mahal out of the ring and chased away the Singh brother. Orton was about to give Roode an RKO, and it was countered into a glorious DDT. Roode shouted at Orton that he wasn't going to get him twice. Roode was about to pose when Mahal came back into the ring from behind and hit him with the Colossus. It was garbage.
Yeah.
More garbage with Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon. So Daniel Bryan's standing in the back. Well, I guess he's watching a monitor. I don't know. And Bryan thought that Mahal should get a title shot, but McMahon said no, it should be Randy Orton. Daniel Bryan then said, you hired me to be the general manager here, to make decisions and to be, basically in charge, or he's second command. Anyways, he's like, but lately you've been, questioning everything I do and everything that I say. And Shane's pretty much like, well, the decision that needs to be made is Randy Orton challenging for the championship at Fastlane. Like, damn, just cut him down.
Is he going to win it?
Orton?
Honestly? Yeah.
I don't think so, because Orton's supposed to be taking time off leading up to more time, because he's not working all the house shows, and he's like every other SmackDown. I know he's been given some time off in March leading up to WrestleMania.
We'll see.
All right, so, and then afterwards, after Shane says it's going to be Orton versus Roode, Daniel just looks at him and goes, whatever, boss. Or whatever you want, boss.
Boss man.
Like, yep, got to play the game. So then we had Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, and Naomi against the Riot Squad.
Whoop-de fucking do another fucking match where the Riot Squad A look like shit, B are shit, C, Sarah Logan needs to fucking learn how to speak actual fucking English for once in her life.
Wrong with the way she speaks.
She can't cut a promo.
Well, I know that, but you make this. Never mind. I'm not gonna get.
She
into
can
that.
speak English fine. She can't form the sentences.
Right. I don't know. It's probably because I grew up around all them kinds of country folk.
Sure, so it makes sense to you.
It seems normal to me.
I shouldn't have to Google what the fuck does this shit mean anytime she opens her mouth.
I grew up in like the only redneck area of California.
A couple redneck areas.
Huh?
Couple redneck areas, especially in the Bay.
Not like where I grew up though.
That's true.
All right. Anyways. So match immediately goes to commercial. Talk about the mixed match challenge. Whatever. Okay. Cool. Come back and Naomi hit a split-legged moonsault on Liv Morgan, but she was pulled out of the ring by her teammates, so Liv couldn't get pinned. Naomi then hit a dive over the top rope to both Ruby Riott and why am I blanking on her name? You just said it.
Sarah Logan.
Sarah Logan. There we go. Whoa. Let's see. So Becky Lynch then throws Liv Morgan into the ring steps, and Charlotte Flair standing in the ring watching. Sarah Logan gets in and applied a submission on Naomi, which Graves referred to as a modified Andacon device.
Oh, I didn't know they were still using that word.
Yeah, they said Andacon device. Well, last couple of years of his time in WWE, he really didn't use the move that much. So, I mean, it's been how long? Almost 4 years since he left.
Yeah, I guess it's true. They still use.
It's like 4 years this month.
They still use the go to sleep.
Exactly. Well, not anymore since he almost killed Brian Kendrick.
Yeah, but I mean, also you can kill someone with a body slam. What, are you gonna ban the body slam?
I mean,
exactly.
Kevin Nash tore his quad walking into the corner.
What, are you gonna ban walking?
Right.
No more walking.
Brian Alvarez said he one time tore his knee out taking a snake eyes. He said literally you get hurt the worst on the randomest and easiest of moves. Anyways,
Sebastian, no, we're not going to be taking calls tonight, bud.
Anyways, she had the Anaconda Vice on. Naomi used a Hurricane. She got out of it and used a Hurricane Rana on Sarah Logan before tagging in Charlotte. Charlotte ran wild on Sarah Logan. Liv Morgan then distracted her, which allowed Logan to hit a chop block. Charlotte.
I like that move. That's an actual nice, legitimate that looked like it could fucking hurt.
Yeah. I mean, I think, wasn't it like, Ric Flair was the one that really started to get that over in the 80s because he would do the chop block, which set it up for the figure four.
Correct.
All right, so Charlotte fought back after a while, made a hot tag to Becky Lynch, who hit a missile drop kick on Sarah Logan. Ruby Riott finally tagged in and Lynch gave her 2 exploder suplexes and a flying forearm. Lynch applied the disarmer, but Liv Morgan broke it up. Everybody then jumped in the ring, and all the women just started fighting until Ruby Riott finally got Becky Lynch with her Riott. What's the name of that move that she does? The kick, which it looks like she's going to do an eat defeat, and then it's like a step-up enziguri type thing. Is there a name for it?
The Riott kick?
Is that just what they call it, the Riott kick?
I believe so.
Gotcha. Well, she hit that on Becky, got the pin. Wasn't that great of a match.
No, shocking. Not a good match. I'm fucking surprised. Oh, color me fucking shocked.
And guess what? At the pay-per-view, Fastlane, Charlotte versus Ruby Riott with the SmackDown Live Women's title on the line.
It's predictable as a fucking house tour.
Charlotte did one of those backstage cell phone promos and goes, I've got one girl left, and it's Ruby Riott. And she basically says, I don't care if I have to put my title on the line to get at you. And then Ruby Riott cut a promo herself saying something about Naomi, and then goes, oh, and at Fastlane, I'll take you on for the championship. Like,
oh, boy.
Okay. And then we got the New Day and their new graphics.
New graphics?
No. This was the dumbest. So Big E usually does that. Hold on. Let me get into character.
Oh, my God.
So Big E.
Let me turn my gain down.
Big E usually does that. Oh, right? And then says, Phoenix or whatever city they're in. But he did the all for about 30 seconds. And as he's doing it, you just see these W's going across the Titantron, and more W's and more W's, and the W's are shaking, and there's more W's, and then finally he says Phoenix, and Phoenix pops up on the screen. And then he says, don't you dare be sour, and what pops up on the screen? Don't you dare be sour. And he goes through the whole thing, and each phrase pops up on the screen. And these ones, like the normal graphics that they put up on there with the words, or it looked like, you know, you just took some random text and put an outline on them. But these ones, they like fancied them up and made them more kiddie graphics than ever. Like, I can't wait to hear Brian Alvarez call these the real Blues Clues graphics.
Hold on. Okay. WWE, if you're listening, Vince, Shane, Daniel, anybody, whoever the fuck they pay to watch these videos and to listen to what critics say, stop. Look back to 1 year ago. You had so many good matches. You had so many good moments. You had it all in the palm of your hand. Stop. Go back. Do it over again. Fire all the fucking piece of shit creative guys. Please, for the love of God, please go back to the version of SmackDown that everybody liked, to the version of SmackDown that everybody enjoyed watching, to where when we got home, we weren't complaining, we were excited. Go back to that SmackDown. It's necessary. The fact that in the last couple weeks, how many 6-woman tag matches have there been? And that's been the creative in the fucking women's division. Carmella's the fucking Miss Money in the Bank, and she has not done anything with that fucking briefcase. She has not done anything at all. No, so she teased a cash in.
No, she tried a couple weeks ago. But here's my thing. They haven't had her on the show in like 3 weeks. I think something's coming. I don't think anything's coming. I
don't think they know what the fuck they're doing. I don't think. Go ahead.
I think they're trying to make us forget that she's got it, and then sometimes.
Oh, then they're doing a good fucking job at making us forget, because I had to fucking.
You forget she's got it, and then when she comes to cash in, you're like, oh crap, Carmella, I forgot.
It's not gonna work that way.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
Because what are you gonna do if the rumored Asuka match takes place at WrestleMania? Asuka wins the title from Charlotte. Another failed cash in.
Yes, it's gonna happen. I mean. But it's gonna.
Carmella beats Asuka, and they say it didn't count because it wasn't a real match. You know they would try some bullshit like that.
Yeah.
Anyways.
And Herman Blair, we'll get that in a minute. I'll talk about that once we get there.
So they do their thing. Gable and Benjamin come out. Oh, I don't even want. I guess you could say it's an all right match. Gable and Benjamin seem to have the match won. At one point, when Kofi distracted the referee long enough to allow Woods to break up a cover, Woods then gave Benjamin a forearm and a Shining Wizard for the win. Graves noted how ridiculous this was because these guys have already feuded with the Usos for the championships. Like Corey Graves is the guy saying, why the fuck these guys? Again.
Yeah. Why? Why? Why the New Day? Why? Why the New Day? We had the Us Truce. Yes, they put on cool matches, and maybe they. I mean, fuck. I think I just found out why.
Why?
Do you think they made it that because then they know Fastlane is going to be good because it's the Usos and the New Day, and they're probably going to put on one hell of a match?
Maybe
that's going to be a draw. That's the only thing I can think of.
So as soon as they won, the Bludgeon Brothers music hit, and I'm like, uh-oh. Are they going to make this a 3-way or something? And what happens? The Usos just kind of stand up against the barricade, and the Bludgeon Brothers walk down. It was a little funny when they're walking down. The Usos are kind of standing there all huddled together like they're scared of the Bludgeon Brothers. And Eric Rowan stops, turns, looks like he's going to do something to the New Day. And then Harper just kind of grabs him and is like, this way, and pulls him into the ring. And then they beat up some jobbers in like a minute and a half. The same jobbers that we saw in the tag team match on 205 Live.
I'm sorry, but if you're sitting at home and you feel genuinely excited to see the Usos versus the Bludgeon Brothers at Mania, get your fucking head checked.
That's what everyone kept telling me that today on when I did the video saying, you know, it's Gable and Benjamin versus the New Day. Why not the Bludgeon Brothers for Fastlane? They're like, oh, it's the Bludgeon Brothers at Mania. That's the better match. No.
Is it the better match?
I would rather... No, it's not. You do it a fast
It's
lane.
not worth going into, Tim.
No. I mean, never mind. Yeah, you're right. Because that would be the one time, WrestleMania, when I'd be okay with seeing Usos New Day again. Because I know it's WrestleMania, and those guys can do great matches. And since it's WrestleMania, they're going to try even harder. That would be the one time I'd be okay to see New Day Usos again.
I mean, I guess, but...
Anyways, screw it.
My fucking...
They talked about Elimination Chamber coming up. Cool. Corbin did a selfie promo where he basically repeated what he said earlier in the night. They added colorful letters to the screen. Then, like they did earlier in the night with Charlotte, they did another video package hyping up the 2018 Royal Rumble men's winner, Shinsuke Nakamura.
Oh, boy.
They then said, Daniel Bryan has made it official, Charlotte Flair versus Ruby Riott. And then in the main event, we had AJ Styles versus Baron Corbin. Well into the match, there was a spot where Corbin tossed Styles over the announce table, but Styles actually landed on his feet. That was pretty cool. He then ran on the apron and hit a springboard forearm for a near fall. The announcers made sure to note that Styles didn't get the height he normally does off the phenomenal forearm, and he didn't quite hit it as hard as he usually does, and that's why Corbin was able to kick out. Styles then applied a calf crusher, but Corbin slammed his head against the mat, kind of like Brock Lesnar did at Survivor Series. Styles set up on the apron when Corbin went after him and began choking him. Styles shoved him away, springboard, phenomenal forearm, hit it all this time, pinned Baron Corbin.
Let me tell you an underrated move.
What move?
Baron Corbin's chokeslam knee.
Oh, yeah.
I love that move. Looks legit, and especially with a guy like Styles selling it. Oof, it's good.
Right. So as they were showing the replays, Owens and Zayn jumped Styles. They cleared the announce table, but Corbin then laid them both out with the end of days. And the last thing we see is Baron Corbin standing tall. You would have thought this was the go-home show, but there's still like 2-3 weeks. Thank you, Joe D. $2 super chat donation says, "What's up, guys?"
Thanks, bud. What's up? What's up with you?
But yeah, that was SmackDown. Baron Corbin standing tall at the end. Like I said, the end felt like a go-home show. You got the guy that you know's not going to win, looking strong, going into the pay-per-view, but there's still like 2 or 3 weeks to go.
Oh, it's just it. Let's put it this way: this was a 27-minute stream. Yeah, SmackDown was just a little rough to watch. A little rough to watch this week, and that's fine. I'll get over it. I will get past it, and it'll be fine.
But if you guys want something to watch, go watch Buddy Murphy versus Arya Daivari.
Oh, my God.
Buddy Murphy apparently down another 4 pounds, down to 200.9. Apparently, which they never said before, the rule in the cruiserweight division is you must weigh in every Monday night. This is the first time they've ever mentioned that.
Enzo would have videos of him on Monday nights weighing himself at his house.
I think that's just going to be Buddy Murphy's new thing, where before every match they show his weigh-in from that Monday.
I like it.
And they did, actually, let me pull it up really fast. They did officially announce the, what's it called? The brackets going forward for the not mixed match challenge, but for the Cruiserweight Championship tournament. So I'll pull those up really fast. Show those before we end here, in case you guys didn't see them on 205 Live.
Yeah. The brackets do look nice, but we will take... How about we just take questions for 5 or 10 minutes from the chat? Anything you guys want to know about SmackDown this week, our thoughts on it. Let us know your thoughts on it. All of that. Fun jazz. Let's go ahead and throw that out, my guys.
All right. Here we go. So, next week on 205 Live, we will be getting the first Cruiserweight Champion, TJP, taking on Cedric Alexander. And, in a match I'm pretty excited for, Roddy Strong taking on Kalisto.
Ooh, that match got a legitimate pop.
Yes.
That was the first pop I've heard in 205 Live history.
And then I guess it's in 2 weeks, we will be getting Mustafa Ali and Buddy Murphy, which should be a pretty good match.
Mustafa Ali is fucking money.
Mustafa Ali got his mouth busted. He got elbowed right in the mouth by Gallagher.
I was genuinely happy about this match. That match on 205 Live tonight with gentleman Jack Gallagher and Mustafa. It was real good.
I was shocked that Gallagher lost.
Yeah, I thought it was a little interesting.
And then the final match in round 2, the quarterfinals, will be Drew Gabagulak taking on Mark Andrews.
Gabagulak. All right. Let's take some questions here. Sean Cook, hey Nick, do you have a YouTube channel? Yeah, it's called Pro Wrestling Unlimited.
Yikes.
We got Joe D here saying thoughts on Raw having more wrestling than promos. Raw went by fast. You hit the nail on the head. Raw just had more wrestling than it did promos, and it was good. It was fantastic. Do you think Strong will win the title? No, but I think he'll make it to the finals. I really like the weigh-in idea. It actually makes sense. Yes, it does.
Yeah.
205 Live is doing great. I'm enjoying it. That's what I really like
Nick,
to hear. Lucka Troller.
Who do you think is going to be the Mania match for the championship?
Strong Cedric.
They're in the same... No, that can't happen. Because they're both going to... Because if they both win their next matches, then they have to face off in the semifinals. They're on the same side of the bracket. Side of the bracket.
Okay, then I'm taking semifinals will be Cedric and Strong.
Right.
Because there's no way it's going to be TJP Kalisto.
No.
And then I think finals will be Buddy Could you imagine if it being Buddy Murphy and Roderick Strong?
That's what I'm thinking it's going to be. I mean, hold on. Let me pull it back up.
I might be Gabagulak. It might be Gabagulak.
Let me pull it back up.
I think you got to throw Gulak in there, man. I mean, Gulak has to go over Andrews.
I mean, Buddy Murphy, does he beat Mustafa Ali?
Yes.
Gulak beats Mark Andrews?
Yeah.
So then you have Murphy versus Gulak.
And I don't... Ooh, I see Buddy Murphy going over.
I know. Because they're building him up way too much with this whole weigh-ins thing and him having, make a weight every week. They're building that up way too much for him to at least not make it to Mania.
Who do you guys got? Who do you guys got in the main event? Who do you guys got in that Mania match? The finals. For that, how old am I? I'm 12.
I just hope that it's actually on the main card. Because Cruiserweight division got a shaft last year. Not only were they on the pre-show, but their match wasn't even put on the DVD and Blu-ray. Like, how do you say, oh, a match can't make it on the Blu-ray? Can't the Blu-ray be just almost as long as you want?
Fuck the Blu-ray.
Like, damn.
Fuck the Blu-rays. God damn. I mean, I guess I have to take... Fuck, but Strong and Murphy, man. I don't know. Wouldn't that be kind of fucked to everyone in 205 Live? It's like...
Kinda.
If it's Strong and Murphy...
But would you be saying the same...
It might be Cedric Murphy. It might be Cedric.
Would you be saying the same thing if it was like Strong and Gargano?
Fuck, you have to put Gargano in that main event. That's a different story.
No, I think Gargano's... we don't know this, but I think Gargano's going to be taking on Ciampa at TakeOver the night before. But Gargano is slated to be coming up like soon after Mania.
Herman Booger, I recommend going back and maybe watching 205 Live. I recommend doing that. How about this? Herman, do me a favor. Tonight, just go watch the match between Mustafa Ali and gentleman Jack Gallagher. Just watch it. Tell me if that changes your mind. Honestly. That's all I want you to do.
The funny thing about Buddy Murphy?
I don't.
He's been off TV so long I forgot he was Australian.
Yeah.
I was like, guy's got an accent? Oh, that's right. He's from Australia. Like, he's been off TV that long.
He's cool as fuck. He's cool as a cucumber. But with that, you guys, thank you so much for tuning into this edition of the Smackdown Live review. I have been Nick. You can follow me on Twitter at PWU_Armstrong. You can also follow us on Twitter, the PWUnlimited Twitter, at PWUnlimited, at Facebook, at Facebook.com/Pro Wrestling ULTD, and right here on YouTube. You can also support the show financially by going over to Patreon.com/PWUnlimited and picking up a little bit of a perk. You can get stuff like access to videos early, exclusive merchandise, and a lot of other stuff. So go check that out at Patreon.com/PWUnlimited. And of course, if you can't do it financially, you can always go over to the iOS podcast app, leave a little bit of a rating, a little bit of a review, And that's all I ask of you guys. Thank you guys. Tim?
You can find me on Twitter at TimmyBuddy. And yeah, we'll be back again tomorrow night for our Smackdown, our weekly podcast talking all the news in professional wrestling. Tomorrow may be a very interesting day if a certain somebody uploads their video.
Let's put it this way. If a video gets uploaded, we're going to have a lot of fun.
How about I just say this? Roman Reigns may be in trouble in a couple days.
But with that, guys, Joe, again, thank you for the donation. Everyone else, thank you guys so much for tuning in, despite the fact that not a lot of people got notifications. We will see you guys next time. Good night.
Good night, guys.